Hello and welcome. It has definitely been a while since I've posted something. For those that are not familiar, my name is Aleisha. Today, well, first, bit of big news. I am heading overseas to Canada for 2 years on a working holiday visa, which I'm incredibly excited for. So I thought not nature, but in spite of this big event, I thought it would be nice to mention or go over some of my favourite vegan snacks in New Zealand, or the fairly hard to get or can't get in other places of the world. So New Zealand exclusive vegan snacks. It both functions as a way for me to be like, oh my god, I actually really like these things and think back on things. But it also is a good way for people who are coming to New Zealand to be like, that's potentially a vegan thing I could try, or something that I might like when I go to New Zealand. Without any further ado, let's get into the actual video. So first up, I have RJ's Raspberry Twists. There is going to be a little picture here of them for you guys. But basically it's red licorice. They are delicious. I really like them. You have to be a little bit careful. Some have gelatin and some do not have gelatin. But the plain raspberry without anything in the middle is vegan. The filled ones have gelatin. But I like them. They're really chewy. You can also get them in these individual bags that are all cut up, or you can get them in the long kind of packets like those. They come with 2 in them. They're quite tough and a little bit chewy, but the flavour is so good. One of the few things they sell in like individual portions, not a share bag, which leads me on to my next one, which is also kind of a lolly or a gummy, I guess people call them. We call them lollies. Everything's a lolly unless it's chocolate. Lollies. So there's a brand here called the Natural Confectionery Co. It looks like this, normally in a white bag, but they do a vegan range, which comes in a slightly green looking bag, which will change the picture. They're good. Do not leave them in the sun, and I actually kind of prefer them either fridged or frozen personally. So the Natural Confectionery Co. vegan range, pretty good. Highly recommend. That leads me into my third New Zealand vegan favourite snack, which is the plant-based Cookie Time. So Cookie Time is a New Zealand cookie company. They do individual cookies, they also do mini cookies, they do these big Christmas buckets as well around Christmas time that they sell as like a fundraiser. Amazing brand. They taste delicious. They do a vegan Christmas bucket, so if you are here around Christmas time. They also do factory seconds. If you are in New Zealand for a more longer period of time, you can order some of those. They're by factory seconds. In terms of the recipe, they're fine, but they just aren't whole cookies, or they don't look perfect, so they can't sell them for full price. So you get like a 500 gram bag for 20 bucks or something. It's good. They also do a plant-based full-size cookie that they sell individually. If I'm not mistaken, they're about $2.50 for a cookie, and they're individual. So again, it's quite hard to find individual things to buy. Otherwise you're going to be buying big packs that you have to share, you'd have to somehow store over a couple of days. The last sweet one I have is gonna be Whittaker's chocolate. People are probably a bit more familiar with this now. I'm going to put some of the flavours up here. Most of the dark chocolate should be alright. Generally speaking, you're looking for 50% and up. There is the Whittaker's dark block. The lowest one you can get, I think, is 50, and that is vegan. That's so good. I use it for baking, and like if you want like high quality chocolate chips with good dark chocolate, that stuff's good. They also do a dark chocolate fruit nut. Delicious. And if you're into mint chocolate, they do a dark chocolate Ghana mint one. If you have not tried Whittaker's chocolate, I highly recommend it. That goes for whether you're vegan or not vegan. They have a huge range of different brands. They also have a gourmet selection. Oh, the vegan one, or one that is vegan, Black Doris Plum. So good. And it's a lot more expensive, and it's less that you get, but it's high quality, more refined, smoother, and then they do different flavors. So obviously the Black Doris is more of like a gourmet flavor. They also have a plant-based oat milk Whittaker's that you more than welcome to give a go. They only comes in the big blocks at the moment. They only came out not so long ago, I believe earlier this year, or maybe late last year. I personally take my advice with a grain of salt. Everybody's different, but I personally, the actual flavor of it's good. It's an oat milk chocolate. I couldn't get past the grainy texture. It has a bit more of a grainy texture than some of the dark chocolates, and I personally don't mind dark chocolate, so it's not like I'm trying to find a milk chocolate alternative. Now moving into my savoury ones, I have 4 and 5. My 4th one is going to be a type of chips. So here everything is called chips, but some people call them crisps or potato chips, or so you've got potato chips and hot chips. So the different brands, I kind of recommend Cooper Kettle. You're gonna have to check the flavours in terms of whether they contain milk solids or anything like that. So just being vigilant of the ingredients. Everything's kind of labelled. There is may contain and then contains on the bottom of the ingredients on most things as well. Another brand is Wakchangi. They are crinkle cut from memory. The packaging is something else though. Some of them have like guinea pigs, weird words written on them. Their marketing is a little bit out the gate, and I don't remember how, like, it's aimed at an older audience, some of the marketing and the jokes and bits and pieces on the packaging. So, but I mean, a kid's not going to think anything of it. Kids just think, wow, what a cool guinea pig. Like, and those would be my top 5 favorite vegan snacks to try in New Zealand, and I highly recommend them. I'm super excited to be heading to Canada. If you have any questions or anything you'd like to see before I leave, any more New Zealand things you want to know about, comment them down below. I'll try and reply to some comments, or if there's enough about it, I'll make a new video. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've learned something, and I hope when you come to New Zealand you might try some of these vegan snacks that we have available. That is all I have for today, so until then, peace.
All I need are some better days, 'cause all I want, and I pray, I believe in the better days.